now we're connected. And you got a green. That's your satellite connection. That means your system is connected. This N one here, that means that the GPS is working. And then that middle one is communication. Once the communication goes green, we're ready to rock. All right, that means it accepted all the updates. I cleared out all the caches. There should be no clogged ports. Everything should be working correctly. And that usually takes a minute or two. Or I simply hit this here, and I just wait for it to go green there. There she is. Okay, so once that's green, then we're ready to go. Done. All right, so we're going to test this, and we're going to be J, W. That was the number down there, 11. That's the enter. That little green thing with the check. All right, J, W. There's your numbers. 11. Boom. There's John Warner. Okay, logs. It's picking up unidentified driving records. No. Okay. So now it's showing you available drive time. 8 hours. You know why it's showing you that? Because that's the first time you're going to be able to have a violation is in 8 hours. Okay. So you're going to be driving, and this is going to count down. It's going to keep dropping. It's going to tell you in here until it gets the yellow around here, and then it goes red. The closer it gets to red, the closer you are to being in violation. So you got to take that half-hour break. Okay, so it's important. All right, so now I want to log in. Status. You're always going to come up with these 5 boxes. You never hit that on not driver. Okay? The only time you'll ever use that is during training when you and another guy are in the truck together. Okay? Because then we're swapping logbooks back and forth. But you do not sign under that. You always sign in under on driver. That means you're going to become you're the driver that is coming on duty. Vehicle 215854. You always want to check your truck. Okay. 215854. Okay. If it's wrong, there's a little edit button right here. Yeah. And you hit that edit button and put the right number in. Okay. Okay. Shipment. It's going to be a 5-digit code, top left-hand corner of the manifest, trip manifest. That trip number is what we go by for everything. So when it says current shipment number is that, when you want to enter the new one, enter shipment ID. Boom. Okay. Put your number in. 111. Okay. Enter it. Enter me dead. It's done. It's in there. Okay. If I don't want that, I just simply hit the check mark, remove. Next. Yes. Okay. This you check, make sure it gives you the right mileage reading, because, and now it could be a couple miles off, it's not a big deal if it's not exactly right, but this happens to be dead on. Okay, but if,
how much would you say is alright?
It doesn't matter, as long as there's a number there, it's picking up from the vehicle data service. Okay, because it can only pick up what's inside the ECM. That's all it can do. You know, so unless we went and changed it for some reason, okay, then it could be off by a mile or two. So, for instance, if I come in here and I change up the LMU, and I go back in and I say 193, and I misread it, and I say 777, I put in there 77. That's what will come up here, okay? Because it's trying to compare it, but it is reading, so that's good. So I want to request my driver vehicle inspection report, DVIR driver vehicle inspection report, request. Okay, it's received. Okay. And there it is. The last guy, this happens to be Manny's truck. The last guy that did it was Manny Vargas on 12/5 yesterday. Okay. And he didn't have anything, no notes or anything like that. We hit next. Is it safe to operate? Yes. Done. All right, so now technically we're logged in. You're ready to rock and roll. You're logged in. Use 2 minutes just, going through explanation and things like that. So now let's see what this thing does. your status, once you're logged in, now you have an extra box. You have sign out, which you didn't have when you signed in. Okay? And you still have off PC, on yard moves, sleeper berth, on not driver, and on driver. Okay? So at this point, typically, if you were at this point in the thing, you'd be either doing off PC.
What does PC stand for?
PC stands for personal conveyance. Right? You're not going to get involved with that at the very beginning. Yeah. So at this point, you would probably be going to the sleeper berth. Okay. So you would just hit sleeper berth, which we could. It's going to make you do a post-trip inspection. Okay. Everything's good here. No defects. Excellent. Hit the trailer, no defects. Finish that. And now it puts me in the sleeper berth. And it says right there, SP, current status. So now I'm in a sleeper berth. So I do my 10-hour break, or if I'm going to be sitting in a loading dock someplace and I want to get 2 hours in someplace, I just leave it in the sleeper berth. As soon as we're ready to go, boom, hit the status, boom, back on as driver. Same mileage, nothing changed. Request driver vehicle inspection. It's always going to force a pre-trip or post-trip inspection. Always. Okay? You were the last one now to have checked that. Okay? You were the last guy. So when Manny gets in here, he's going to say, who the frick is John Warner? Okay? No notes. Next. Safe to operate. Yes. Done. All right, so we're back to this now. Now, you're going down the road and you get pulled over by, on a roadside inspection. The DOT guy has you pull in, okay, off the scales. You pull over and he's going to check you. So first thing you want to do, okay, immediately, status, okay, and you want to go on driver. And what that's going to do is it's going to put you to, you're the on driver, but you're not driving, okay? So right now, if I were to look at your logbook, you're on line 4, which is where you should be for a DOT check, okay? So did you see that? Status, back on again, okay? And we're ready to go. And this is on driver, okay? Not on, on duty, not driving, which is what a lot of guys think it is. When you're driving, when the truck is moving, that D shifts over to here and replaces the word on, and it just says D. Okay? So, now the guy comes up and he says, hey driver, I want to see your logbook. No problem. Hand him the thing. Okay? If he says, all right, come on, smart ass, show me where your log is. No problem. Here's my logs. There it is. You're on duty, not driving, right there. Okay? You're up in the sleeper berth, and now we're on duty, not driving. That's it. Okay? So he says, yeah, driver, but come on. That's I want to see what you did. Okay. I hit events. Now I have everything in here, okay, that shows the events since we have started. Okay? When we go to sign out, we'll get rid of these unidentified drivers. Okay? But right now, it's just there's the events since we signed in. I go back to the grid, and we're good. He says, well, what's your terminal address? What's the address of your company? I don't know. And it's on Chambers Road, I think, in like Tough Kettleman. No. I need to know time zone, stuff like that. Oh, okay, no problem. Details. Okay, there's everything. Everything. There's your sign in. There's your driver's license number. And if he wants to see it and match it, which is what he's going to want to do, bada bing, enter the password. Okay, JW11. Okay. Boom. There it is. Okay. So now we go back, and we're done with this events and all that. Go back, put the grid back on, and I want to go home after he gets done calling you a smart ass.
It is a screen. It's always pretty much on when you're driving. That's what it is.
That's what's gonna be on, but you're not gonna see this. There's no buttons.
Okay.
There's nothing for you to see. It'll go back to the login screen. Okay.
Gotcha.
Simply because once that truck's moving, they don't want you playing with it.
Yeah, that's what
They don't want you playing with it. So they just
whenever you gotta change it or stop, you put your login back in and change whatever you gotta change.
Yeah. And I would leave that in here, okay, in the
Yeah.
cradle,
Yeah.
unless you get stopped by DOT, and then you just hand them to them.
Don't
Okay.
take it in and stuff. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Don't bring it in any place, because then you lose satellite connection. Right now we're waiting for the satellite connection to come back in. Okay, so we're gonna wait till it hook up. There's the LMU. Boom. Wait for it to connect, and then we'll get back with the demonstration. And all I'm waiting for is I'm just waiting for that to get done. As soon as that turns green, it'll accept anything we give it at that point. Once it turns green. There it is. Okay. So now we're running down the road, and we want to take advantage of one of the exceptions. Okay, one of the exceptions to the rule, which is a 16-hour day, adverse driving conditions, stuff like that. That comes under options. And under options, you have take exception. Take exception. There's a little gray arrow right there. Hit that little gray arrow. There you go. And that brings up all your exceptions, okay? Including emergency, agriculture, adverse conditions, 30-minute rest break, 16-hour, 150 air radius mile, 100 air radius mile. Okay? So if you're going to take a advantage of one of these exceptions, like you call me up and you say, "Hey Ed, I don't have 11 hours of driving in today, but I'm an hour away and I've already used my 14. I can give you a 16-hour day, okay? As long as you don't drive more than 11 hours, I can extend your day by 2 hours, okay, in order to get home without breaking any rules, but I can only do it once a week, okay? So that's the exceptions.
And that's why it's important.
How does that work?
I hate to even say it, because it's a rule that you won't declare it, will declare it. But adverse driving conditions is you're scheduled to be up in Connecticut, okay, and you've driven all day, and you get up on the top part of the Jersey Turnpike, shut down, okay, nobody's moving, you're there an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You've already called dispatch. That's adverse driving conditions, okay? Because at that point, if that truck hasn't moved, I'm on line 4, okay? So I'm going to want to extend my day in order to make it to either a place where I can get my rest and shut the truck down, or I might even be able to make it to my stop, okay? But one way or the other, if I get moving, I want to get moving. And the only way that I can claim adverse conditions and get away with it is if A, dispatch had no foreknowledge, okay, that emergency condition existed when they dispatched you, and B, if the run could have been made in the legal amount of time minus the emergency condition or the adverse condition, okay? You don't claim emergency ever. Okay, if you claim emergency, I'm putting that out over the text message system, and because we're either under a heavy snow emergency or something like that, and I'll tell the guys to go on emergency if we have to. We don't do it very often. I try not to do it at all, but because it's not good, because then we're running outside of the limits. However, so that means that when you get pulled over, they can see what you've declared, okay, and they're going to ask you, okay, why you declared that, and did your dispatch have any knowledge that? You say, no, I came up the turnpike here and boom, here it is. I've been sitting here 3 hours, okay. So you have to be able to explain it, and there will be a little box where you'll type into there, okay, traffic shut down for 3 hours, okay, couldn't move, whatever. All right. So if I want to put any more shipment numbers in, which typically you shouldn't have to, okay, you can do that. You can add different trailer numbers, which is fine. And this is where on the driver vehicle inspection report, if you're, let's say you're out someplace and you notice your headlight goes out, or you notice, you went to turn, put turn signal on, no turn signal, and you want to add something after you've already logged in and all that stuff, you say, shit, I can't put that on the DVIR. Yes, you can. DVIR, but okay. Add DVIR. You're going to plus something to the DVR. That's your DVIR, so you're going to plus to it. And if you'll see, it's got both vehicle numbers up here. There's the tractor number. There's the trailer number. I'm going to add. Boom. Okay. Well, what's going to happen is it says, there's the vehicle. This is where you can go in and do the spotted lantern fly. Add defects. Okay. Here's everything. It's all listed. Everything in here is listed for you. Okay. So here's the spotted lantern fly. And all you do is you go in and check it. I checked for signs of the SLF spotted lantern fly. Boom. I checked my vehicle for the SLF permit. Okay, you can check that little yellow book. Make sure there's a permit in there. Okay. Boom. All right. Done. Bang. All right. Trailer. Same way. Add a defect. In fact, let's do something a little different on the trailer. Let's say that we noticed when we went around to see what they were loading that there was something wrong with the air chute. Okay, one of the air chutes was torn. I have in here air chutes and bulkheads. Okay, air chute damaged or unsecured, bulkhead damaged, ripped or missing. So there was something wrong with the air chute. I just checked that off. Done. Okay, next. Look at there.
That's cool.
Okay, so the spotted lantern fly inspection was done for the tractor. There's the trailer, air chute damaged and unsecured.
That's cool.
Okay, so just by the push of a button, everything's there, and literally anything that can be wrong with these trucks is there. Okay, is on the thing.
Yep, that's cool. Makes it easy.
Okay, done. Boom. Go back.
That's cool.
So now we decide that we have hit the, we've come all the way down, and we're either in the yellow or the red. We need to take a rest break. Rest break. Okay, and all we do is hit that. That will go to red, because it's going to come up and it's going to ask you, do you want to take a break? And you'll say yes. Okay, there it is. Are you sure you want to start your rest break? Okay, and that'll turn red, and that'll stay red. Okay, for that 30-minute period, and then as soon as you are done with your rest period, boom. Okay, just hit the rest break. You want to go back on duty. Okay. And now it puts you back on duty and you're back on. Okay, you're the on driver. Okay, you're back on duty. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so now we're running down the road, everything's cool. All right, I'm gonna get over, I'm gonna pull over for the night, and I'm gonna go in my sleeper berth. Okay. I hit status, sleeper berth, come up, same thing, we haven't moved an inch. Okay, so hit okay. Now when I come back, it says defects were added. You see that? But on the tractor, okay, edit defects, I see on here that that's highlighted. And both of them are checked. If I'm going to leave them as a defect, I just say done, and it keeps it. On the trailer, and I look here and I figure out that, hey, we fixed that. We put that up on thing, put it up on here, take away the check mark, done. Okay, I no defects. Okay, and now I'm going to go to sleeper berth. Next, everything good, finish. So now it'll put me in the sleeper berth. Now, as long as I don't move this truck, that thing's going to stay in the sleeper berth. You don't move the truck. This is where PC comes in. You're at a stop. Okay. Let's say you're at Cisco, Connecticut, and you crawl back in the sleeper. You get a little nice rest. And all of a sudden, the guy comes up, pounds on your door. Yes, sir. You have to move. You're empty, and you got to leave the parking lot. But I don't have my 2 hours in yet. Or I did have my 2 hours. I'm doing an 8.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I move the truck. I lose all that time. I might have just gotten 5 hours in there. Okay, of good sleeper berth time. So here's how we do this. We go in here under options, and no, we don't go under options. Excuse me. Go in under status. hit off PC. It's going to ask you, okay, why you want to authorize personal use. You go in here and you say forced to leave customer property. Okay? So now I'm off PC. I can move this truck all over. I'm off. It's not going to come off the off-duty line. However, if you hit off, as soon as you move this truck, we'll put you right back on the drive line, and you would lose everything. So this is used, PC is used for two different things. The instance that I'm giving you as an example, if you're forced to move from a customer's location and you were in the sleeper berth and you don't want to lose that time by moving the truck, put it on off PC. The other way you can do it is if you are at a customer location, you're empty at that point, but you've already done your 14, and legally you can't move. Okay, but you're going to go from there to the truck stop 5 miles down the road to get your rest. Okay, off PC.
I heard about that.
Drive to the truck stop. Okay, go down and then sign out. Okay, just sign off. Sign, because it's going to ask you for, because once you claim PC, no matter what, you got a 2, an 8, an 8, 2, don't matter. It's going to look for 10-hour break. Okay, so you just sign off at that point, sleep for 10 hours, and then you go.
Sign completely off, or like
sign completely out. Because whether you sign completely out or you just go in the sleeping berth, it's not going to matter. It needs 10 hours. So this way, I can erase the off PC by signing out. It clears it. Okay, and I don't have to worry about going in and clearing it. So right now I'm on off PC. Okay, I'm going to get my 10-hour break. I got to the truck stop. Status, sign out. And you'll see what this will change. Okay, done. Okay, that's it. You're out.